Alrighty everyone, my name is Mowmaster and welcome back to Enigmatica 6. So, since last episode we were going to do a little bit of dungeoning, and I'll put a clip of dungeoning in for just a little bit right now. Alrighty, so I went through that entire dungeon and found all sorts of spawners and stuff. And from that loot, I'm going to kind of run through some of the spawners that we found. We are mainly after these spawners because we want to make some mob farms. And the reason for the mob farms is we can get various resources from mobs. I mean, you know, that's the whole reason for it. There is Apotheosis in the pack, so I'm wondering if maybe we can increase the spawner's spawn rate and stuff using Apotheosis spawner modification. But basically what I did is I took them all, put them all in boxes. For whatever reason, you can't see the type of spawner it is when it's in the cardboard box. So I took them all out, I kind of sorted through them, figured out which ones were which, and I sorted them out like this. So we have Cave Spider, Normal Spider, Zombie. I'm using some basic Weather Skelly ones right now. 3 Creeper spawners, so we got Gunpowder. Enderman for Ender Pearls. Silverfish, which I don't think makes anything. The Snow Skelly or the Strays, and then normal skeletons. But I've graded these into 2 options. This is kind of your low tier, kind of your first and second levels of that dungeon, where it's kind of these low tier spawners. Behind me we have these what I call OP spawners. And these are way more powerful monsters. They usually have effects on them. They usually have diamond gear of some sort. So we have the OP Zombie spawner, the OP Snow Skelly spawner. There's a ton of those. OP Wither Skelly, there's tons of those. OP Zombie, there's a few of those. And OP Skelly, there's just 3 of those. So these all spawn with really crazy awesome gear. And I thought I'd separate the 2 out. Right now, I took the basic Wither Skelly ones just so that we could use it to make another star. It's already nighttime. Wonderful game. Thanks for letting me know. So yeah, we basically have it at the point where I am able to get nether stars. I have a little bit of soul sand. I went to the nether. I tried to record the whole episode for the nether bit, and like, I tried to do a bunch of recordings earlier, after dungeoneering. Like, I did the dungeoneering, I did a whole bunch of episodes, or so I thought, and I was like, oh yeah, you know, I have 5 hours of footage, and it's like 1 episode. I did not want to edit that. I'll just be honest. I did not want to edit that down. So I'm just gonna re-record everything basically. So yay. But yeah, so I'm gonna review kind of what I did in those episodes. That took forever. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just something with me today or what. But I am so scatterbrained right now. I don't understand why. But yeah, after dungeoneering, I sorted the spawners. That was like literally a whole episode to sort the spawners. And I'm like, that's not really an episode worth of content. So yeah, editing woes. But yeah, so I sorted spawners, and then I took the Wither Skelly spawners, and I made just an underground spawner trap. So what this does is this uses the auto attacker from Pedestals. there's a sword inserted into it. If you put a sword in your offhand and right-click on the pedestal, it'll insert the sword. And then if you have the tool swapper, which is a variant of the upgrade tool, if you just shift right-click here with the upgrade tool, you get the tool swapper. If you put that in your hand, offhand, and left-click, you can pull tools out of the pedestal. And so basically I'm using the tool swapper and a sword on the pedestal to do a whole bunch of damage to the monsters. And it attacks everything in its AoE. So the more monsters you can cram right next to it, the more it will attack them. Or I guess the more monsters it can attack at once. But the problem is that I'm at this point where I have way too much mob loot. And I'm not gonna lie, my mental sanity when I have an overflowing amount of mob loot, my mental sanity just kind of tanks. I don't know what it is with this game, but when I have way too much mob loot, I'm just like frantic about trying to figure out if I can do a solution fast enough or what. And I think that it kind of negatively, I can't even talk. I think kind of negatively impacted the videos I was recording at the time, so naturally, very, very slowly, things came to a kind of a messy recording of an episode, and yeah. So we have this issue now where I have more armor than I know what to do with, basically. Is it a bad problem to have? Not necessarily, but kind of at the same time, because I really don't have the room in here to my storage system's not big enough to handle all this loot. So we need some way to basically rip enchants off that we don't want, or, you know, do something with the loot to process it into material that we can use. So the way I did that is I went ahead and we started making, and kind of the original reason for even going dungeoning is to get a lot of experience. So I made some experience pedestals from the mod. And the way you get into pedestals, kind of the experience system, is you need a bottle of enchanting. And that's kind of a large project, especially in this pack. Because the bottle of enchanting recipes in this pack, you don't have a whole lot of options. You have this recipe, which I don't know where the recipe comes from. Oh, it comes from Create? No. Oh, it's Apotheosis. Okay. So it comes from Apotheosis, 2 books, 2 diamonds, and a honey bottle. It's kind of a crazy recipe. I've used it. I don't like it, though, I'll admit. There's this option, but you need the dissolution chamber, and I can't be bothered to do industrial foregoing. Bees, I have yet to get an RGB bee that does this, so that wasn't an option for us. You could grab other essence types and make bottles out of it. That would work as well. But not the greatest either. This is only in here because I'm not great at making proper recipes. But anyway, the solution I went with is the vanilla solution of how do you get bottles of enchanting normally. You find yourself a cleric. And this cleric, for his master level trade, will either have bottle of enchanting, or I want to say totems maybe, or ender pearls, I don't know. Something like that. But you can get bottle of enchanting trades, basically, from this guy. So for 2 emeralds, I can get a bottle of enchanting, which is not terrible, honestly. I've seen higher trades for that, but yeah, so you can get bottles of enchanting this way, which is kind of nice. And that's kind of how you start in the pedestals enchanting stuff. Or the XP transfer upgrades, at least. So if we go over here to the XP tank, you can see bottle of enchanting. The bottler, which I recommend making a bottler. Bottler first, then the magnet, which is this guy. The magnet will also absorb XP from players who are up against the pedestal. So if you're standing on the pedestal, with this upgrade in it, it'll suck your experience, basically. So this is kind of the magnet and player experience sucker that will be a good portion of where you get all your starting experience from. Also, it works as a magnet, so for like a mob farm, for example, which is what we're doing. We're using this in the mob farm to gather up our experience, and we're putting it into an experience tank, which is just a cauldron, and so that actually works out really well. I also made the enchanter. This enchanter does not require... it needs experience, which, I mean, from the magnet, that works fine. Place an inventory below the pedestal for enchanting inputs. This is kind of a complex thing, and I'll still go over it here in a bit. I made the anvil. I made the grindstone. Basically, just grinds enchants off armor and gives you experience back. It's kind of nice. But yeah, so there's a whole bunch of stuff there. Where's the recycler at? I might need to actually make one of these. We're gonna put that in our bar to maybe make one. I did have some other villagers, and the way I got the villagers here, this pack has a mod called, I want to say Shrink? Personal shrinking device from Shrink. If you left click on a mob, it will shrink the mob, and you can right click on them with a bottle and capture them. So I have a Minecraft cat in here. Yeah, so I shrunk a mob, I put it in the bottle, and yeah, Bob's your uncle. So that's how I got the villagers back, is I bottled them up. And yeah, that worked out alright. I also bottled up some cows, so we now have the ability to get milk, which is nice. So milk and cheese, you know, whatever our recipes need, which will be nice. Yeah, so that kind of sums up how I got the villagers here for the bottles. Oh, right, one other thing. I don't have blaze rods, though. I don't have blaze rods. Fudge. If I had blaze rods, I would try to figure out the potions. So we got a bunch of these random potions from the loot. And I could try them out, personally. But I'd have to do another dungeon to get more back. So I'm thinking I'm not going to... I'm thinking I'm not gonna... I'm thinking I'm not going to use them until I have a potion diffuser, basically. The Pedestals potion diffuser will diffuse the effect in the area for a little bit of blaze rod. For a little bit of blaze powder, basically. So I thought maybe I'll hold off on those for right now, for figuring out what they are. Right, so we have the XP stuff started. We have monsters that we can make spawners, like spawner rooms for, basically. I have the ability to kill withers. I've actually killed one wither already. I did not quite have enough range on the XP magnet for the XP farm, so I put a range augment in there. And the range augment is crafted like this. So I needed to kill a wither, which I did. Killed our first wither. Made a range augment, then inserted this into the pedestal. And it can increase the range it can send items to. So this increases the linking range effectively. So that's what I did. I made it so it can actually link up here, which is nice. And yeah, we have a lot of loot that we can grab from there. So even though these spawners these are all wither spawners, they spawn usually at level 3 and 4 in the dungeon, which is why you see a lot of diamond, or some diamond, a lot of gold, and some iron armor and stuff in here. Because these withers are actually spawning mostly gold armor, but sometimes other stuff as well. And the enchants are actually kind of nice. I guess I don't know. Is there a disenchanting option here? Disenchantment mycelial generator. I don't want that. Is there a way to disenchant books? Was there a way, like, you could take, like, an anvil and do something with an anvil that it would... I feel like Apotheosis. I feel like Apotheosis had an anvil option. Uses for anvils. I feel like this is a whole other mod. Maybe Apotheosis is not going to be as forthcoming with this. Is it like called splitting? Splitting 5 allows anvils to split multiple enchantments from books they fall upon. Right. Right, so that's what I'm thinking is, I'm thinking we could set up some way to disenchant some of the items that we get, maybe? I don't know. It's an option, for sure. I don't know, it's just, we'll have to kind of figure it out as we go along, I guess. But basically, we just have a lot of the mob loots that I need to figure out what we're gonna do. And we have a couple of options. First, though, we need to build up a good supply of experience. Specifically, I need about 100 levels. And I need to enchant this guy with the ability to go up to 100, basically. As you can see, we have 25 levels. That's not enough for what we need. So, yes. Right. So, I need to get a good mob farm going so we can actually do a fair bit of enchanting, I guess. And... you know, I suppose for right now, I know some of these have some nice enchants on them and stuff. But what I'm thinking is, what if we do some filtering? Yeah, I know that. We'll do some filtering today. Okay. After I get some food. Because, you know, food is kind of important. Let's do some sushi. I guess I'll harvest the rice real quick. What bugs me about this mod is that the seeds. What do you do with seeds after you're done? Huh, there's no other way to use them. Yeah, I really dislike the fact that, like, some mods are like, oh yeah, you could... Wait, why is that? No, oh, why did that fuck up? Weird. I really wish there was use for rice seeds, like, as a food, because, you know, more food. I don't know, maybe I'm just being greedy here, but... like, their soybean thing, too. It's like, you make so much soy out of one soybean. There's almost no reason to use more than a few beans. There's no reason to have a farm of soybean outside of another mod that might use soybean. So it's kind of weird, in my opinion. Oh, you know what? I was gonna make nori. Speaking of nori, needs more seaweed. Do I have more nori in here? I do not. Give me nori, or I may die. Alright, can I left click? Nope. 27, ooh, nice. I might actually be able to make a bit of sushi here. Almost hollow. Whatever. Good enough for me. Okie dokie. We have a little bit more food. Right. So, pedestal stuff. Did I have barrels in here? I did have a barrel in here. My bottles? I did? Okay. Filters, right. At pedestals. Alright, I am looking for is enchanted. There it is. It just requires a book. Perfect. Do I have some filters? I do. Alright, we're going to do some basic filtering here. So we're going to grab an is enchanted filter. And I think what we're going to do with this is I'm going to need another export. Boom, another export. Okay. So what I'm thinking is... what am I thinking? Disenchanted whitelist. Apparently I can't quite jump out of here yet. Alright. Let's remove the connection here. We're gonna say if what? Why are you still sending items over there? You should not. I thought I disconnected you. There we go. Removed. I want to grab this connection here. Successful. Okay, cool. So this should start getting enchanted items. If it's not enchanted, this is trickier than I thought. There we go. Cool. Alright. Get out of here now. So how I link those up, what it should do is it should put enchanted items in here and non-enchanted items in here, is what it should do. Now granted, there is a speed 2, or there is a speed augment on there, and so if this one's not fast enough, it will shove the excess in here, basically. Alright, so that is step 1. Oh, shoot, I should probably get rid of some of those so it doesn't overflow yet. Okay, so there we go. Right. Oh, some of this armor is not always enchanted, huh? Gotcha. Okay, so if I do forge armor, forge tools, I wonder if I have filters for those already. Do I have a filter for... Nope, forge tools, forge armor, forge weapons. Forge weapons, tools, and armor. Okay. Yeah, I can do that. Tools. Weapons. And I'm being a little weird with what I'm doing here. And then armor, forge armor. What's the best way to do forge armor? I guess take a piece of armor and do it. Okay, I need an anvil now. Because pedestals don't have a GUI, the pedestal anvil won't work for this. I actually need a regular anvil for this. Kind of unfortunate, but due to pedestals not having a GUI, I don't have much of an option here. Okay, there we go. Dunk, dunk, dunk. Just fine. Not like a regular anvil ever hurt anyone anyway. Okay, so what I'm thinking is we have forge tools. Forge tools, boom. Forge weapons. W-E-A-P-O-N-S. Yep, perfect. And forge armor. Yeah. Perfect. Alright, so that's a tag filter. As with all of our filter types. That shouldn't craft into anything, we should be fine. Let's grab a tag filter out of here. Dunk. Filter for tools, weapons, armor. Cool. Right. Okay, so I need another inventory of some sort. I think we're gonna pick another chest. I'll just make some chests here real quick. Let's wrap them in iron as well while we're at it. Just so that we have that as well. And then I can upgrade those from there. Cool. Okay, so if that's getting enchanted items, I want this to get the tools. Well, hold on. But the problem is I can't process forge armor. I could do iron and gold. Okay, hold on. Forge armor. Oh, it doesn't actually say what chainmail is, material-wise. Okay, gotcha. I'm trying to think for filtering reasons how we can filter out the gold and the iron armor for right now. The diamond armor we can't really do much with because it's diamond. I'd have to repair it and then find some way. I'll have to change all this up anyway. Basically, what I'm trying to think through is the recycler can basically smelt armor like you would in a furnace normally. So, like diamond tools, you can't smelt them in a furnace. There's no way to break them down. But like iron armor, if you do uses and hit smelting, it turns into a nugget. So that's one way we can get some metal back, and reduce the amount of inventory we have. So obviously this is forge armor gold, forge armor iron. I guess I could do forge tools gold and whatnot as well. It's too bad there's no way to say like certain material type. Fudge. I guess I'll have to do that gold and iron thing. I might have to make another set of these crappy wood tools. And another piece of armor. Do I have... I do have my this thing here. Okay, so we got that. So what I'm going to do here is we've already made the filter for forge armor tool and weapons, but I want to filter specifically for the forge iron and gold specifically. So we're going to have to modify these just slightly. Weapons, iron. Iron. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, that's right. Iron. Gold. Tools gold, yep. And armor gold. Gold, cool. Alright, so I'll have to make another tag filter for this. So I need my tag tool. And I'll need another filter. Like so. Boink. Boom. Iron and gold. Perfect. Okay. Cool. Okay, so we have iron and gold now. So I'm trying to think here. How do I want to do this? I want to make a recycler. So I need a wood pickaxe. Of course I do. I have wood on me. Good. Not used to seeing dark oak. I'm so used to using just regular oak in the game, so that's probably why I didn't notice. I'll make the recycler. So the recycler by default, like they can only smelt things basically for free though. So what we're gonna do, I suppose, is make 2 more exports. Like so. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a iron chest here and another iron chest here. And then we'll put pedestals below it. Boom, boom. And then we'll upgrade them. Boom, boom. And then I'm going to put this one here. And this one here. So how this will work is if it's enchanted, it'll go here first. If it's not enchanted, it'll go here if it's iron or gold, or here if it's anything else that fits the tag description. So that's kind of how those tags will play out. May need to figure out a better way to disable that spawner real quick. I don't want to go down there and die again. Not that I've died yet, I just hate taking damage. Because I gotta re-heal with food. And I'm not gonna lie, my food situation's not perfect. Even though we made all that automatic bread a long time ago, food situation's not perfect for sure. Okay. Please stop spawning, stupid goons. Okay. So there's the XP pedestal that's down here. How much levels do you got in here? No levels, good. Okay, so the auto attacker, right. I'm really tired of this water moving me. Okay, so how this is going to work is a linking tool. Okay, so let's disconnect this one real quick from here. So, really? Stop spawning shit. Alright, so enchanted stuff will go here. Then gold, theoretically non-enchanted stuff at this point. That fits gold or iron will go there. Then other armor stuff will go here. Then, last but not least, our dump chest. So theoretically, if it didn't go the enchanted route, it should have gone here. So it did. Good. Okay. Working as intended. Now, I will get this disabled again. Alright, so now that that's working as intended, let's talk about what to do next. Actually, I still have access to those, technically. Okay, so this should be getting other stuff that... right. So this should be getting our... How do I put it? I don't know how to... How do I put it? This should be getting our unenchanted gear, basically. In theory. In theory, it should be. Which means what I need to be doing is I need to pull this guy out. Boom. Alright, so he is now going to disenchant stuff. which is good. First, send it here if you can. If not, send it here. Boom. Yes. Now, there's a downside. I think this only works on its first slot, unfortunately. I don't know what the exact cause for why the first slot's the only one that works. But for whatever reason, that's just currently a bug. So my goal here is if I can fill this up with sticks, we can maintain some sort of system here, I guess, where I can still use this automatically without it causing too much problems. Okay. Okay, it seems that is all correct in there, like it should be, and like it should be. Cool. So, from here, these can all be recycled, basically. Perfect. And that will go here. Oh yes, we're filling up with stuff that should have... Yeah, that's not going to get annoying at all, is it? Not going to get annoying at all. Which is fine. If we find a sheep, we can make a sound muffler and get rid of that sound altogether, which is not a big deal. But yeah, so that is a way we can get rid of a lot of our enchanted stuff. Now, granted, it would be nice if I could do some enchanted sorting, which we can do with pedestals as well. I just don't have any means of like separating enchants up to make it worthwhile to do. Otherwise, I totally would do that. Oh, fortune. Sweet. Maybe I should try to search for like fortune on things. Because fortune is going to be one of those enchants that I'm really going to want. For various reasons. Why does it have 0 to... Oh. Are we full? Oh, we are full. They can't take any more. Okay, so I need to connect this up. Okay, so this tank, if we're not careful, it will try to send armor to that tank. So we need another filter for it. Let's take this. And make it a whitelist filter with no filter on the inside. So it's just a regular item filter, no items to filter for. Throw it in there. And then if we connect this to it, it should send it should send the experience over, but not the items. That's kind of our intended goal here. Boink. As it's supposed to. So there we go. Now we have another way to make experience on top of what we had before. So there we go. 32 levels. Kind of nice. Alright. What is next in store for us? Oh, we have 30 levels in store there. I think this is going to work alright, honestly, for just some basic sorting stuff. Obviously, some enchants we'll probably get through. The sword that we're using has capturing on it because I got it from a trading villager. Or the wandering trader, I should say. So I have capturing on a sword, which is really cool. But yeah, so there we go. We have sorted mob loot stuff, and obviously in here we have the diamonds. No whole lot I can do with this. I mean, I could enchant this, or I could repair this up and make stuff out of it too, but honestly, I'm not super, like, insane about wanting to do anything with it at the moment. Right. Okay, so we have a way to make experience from the mob farm and from the mob loots. Reminds me, I should probably empty some of these chests. I have a lot of crap in them. It is a bit unfortunate I can't use the full inventory here, but I will survive and all that. Cool. And like I said, it's not a huge amount of material we're getting back, but it's definitely compressing the amount of drops we would have got normally, because they can be kind of problematic. But yeah, I think that is going to call it for an episode today. I guess the main goal is just to get a little bit of experience going. Next episode, we're going to try to work on some enchanting. Like I said, the main goal here is I want to get level 90, 90 levels of experience stored at some point. And so that's kind of our goal. Actually, speaking of goals, I should probably enchant that with capacity real quick. Just to give us a little bit of capacity, at least for now. Your speed works. No, it doesn't. Ooh, I'm going to have to be really careful here. Because I have this automated, this will automatically eat this upgrade if I'm not careful. I don't want that, because I kind of want my... Oh, it won't, because it's filtered. Oh, I'm so smart. Not really. Alright, cool. Why speed? Give me something that's not speed. I want capacity. I can have capacity on here too, you know. There it is. 250 levels we can store now. That's gonna be plenty for now, for sure. But yeah, for right now, that's gonna be just fine. I suppose while I'm at it, I might as well set up the auto bottler. The auto bottler can't take capacity, unfortunately. It breaks it right now. It's a bug. But it still works by default. So just put bottles in there. And it will use experience, which I haven't actually linked it up yet, but let's link that up real quick. But it'll use experience and it'll bottle, which is kind of nice. We have more bottles of enchanting. We can enchant stuff. Used to make, you know, pedestal enchantment stuff or whatever. But yeah. Okay, the recycler, I can put that back on. And what else we got left? Oh yeah, I can probably get rid of the torches in here now. Now that we've fixed up our issues. Away. I don't want to get withered. No, thank you. Let's put that back in place. Yep, sounds like something's working. That's always a good sign. Boom. Yeah, everything seems to be working as intended. Nice. So yeah, there you go, folks. There is our kind of mob farm setup now. I know some light's probably getting through here, but I'm not terribly worried. As long as mobs are spawning, we're making experience. So I'm probably gonna do some AFK work, just so we can get more levels built. That's kind of our goal. And then we'll return next time with hopefully enough levels that we can get busy with doing some other stuff. yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Have a good day. Have a good night. Have a good afternoon. Bye-bye.